Hello and welcome to Heroes on Fire. This is Grub Game vs eXo Cake Carnage Game 2. I was able to jump into the draft a little late. My computer had some sort of freezing issue. Hopefully that won't happen during the game. Now, this is on Black Hearts Bay. Grub Gaming did just beat eXo Cake Carnage on Dragon Soul on Dragon Shire. And Grub Gaming got the first ban on the Zeratul. eXo Cake Carnage banned Stitches second. First pickup here for Vala. Moving on, we had the next two pickups by Cake Carnage with Muradin Tychus. Both of them have a way of stopping Strafe, not have a way of Rain of Vengeance, though, however. Falstad and Anubarak and Kerrigan. Interestingly, Anubarak, we have seen the Anubarak-Kerrigan combination before. However, not necessarily the most common choice. There is a lot of stuns, a lot of lockdown, and once you hit level 20, if you can get to level 20, then Anubarak does actually become quite strong with the new patch, giving him rewind again. Next we had Falstad and Uther picked up. Falstad with his Hinterland Blast is still a relatively good hero, although he has probably fallen off quite a lot, especially since he can no longer deal as much damage for his abilities as, for example, Vala or Nazebo with Ravenous Spirit, who wasn't even touched this draft. This is Black Hearts Bay, so Ravenous Spirit wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. The last two picks for Grow Up Gaming were Malfurion, who's considered very, very high up there on the healing tier, behind Rhaegar and on par with Uther, and Zagara, useful for holding lanes, particularly bottom. Most likely in this case. So yeah, great to see whether or not more is picked up. Now, chances are more will be, but if we see a Nidus network game, that'd be pretty cool, pretty interesting. So Zagara can be all around the map, since the bottom lane is quite far away from the top two. Now we have Tyrael picked up as the last pick for eXo Cake Carnage. At a single target stun out for probably the Malfurion, maybe the Vala. We do see those bonus shields from the Tyrael in order to bolster the Uther's healing. Now that the draft is finished, let's get into the game. I'm just being invited into the lobby here. But anyway, getting into the game, let's make sure my sound is on. Let's go into my options, sound, master volume. Can't actually hear anything right now, so we'll hopefully be able to hear something soon. Interestingly, Uther already go for Hammer of Justice instead of Conjurer's Pursuit. Cynthia again on that Uther. We've got Schofield on the Malfurion, Belroy on the Falstad, Eddie on the Tyrael, and down the bottom lane we're going to have Jack Tech on the Tychus. As predicted, we have Atwa on the Zagaran bottom lane. Then we're going to have Zabina on the Kerrigan, Genji on the Anubarak, Zama on the Malfurion, and Outlaw again on that Vala for the team for the side of Grow Up Gaming. We have a little bit of a skirmish there, but nothing particularly impressive happened. There we go. That should solve out my volume issue. Apparently, my game was muted for some reason or another. We're going to have Belroy almost rooted up there. Zabina with a good primal grasp, and then into the impaling blades. Getting stunned out here, getting chased down. Is he going to fall? Just kept alive by Malfurion and her own shields, whilst the top chest is going to be picked up by Team Cake Carnage. Atwa quite securely taking the bottom chest, with Zabina going to rotate down just to make sure. Gonna have Eddie and Cynthia just go to the top lane. Outlaw getting caught out there, taking a lot of damage there actually. Wow. Ozama again taking a lot of damage, having to go and tap the well. Genji on the Anubarak staying back even though being full health, full mana. Atwa and Jack Tech. This is probably a favourable matchup for Atwa since Hunter Killer does a lot of damage. He's just chasing Jack Tech out the lane behind his tower. No, Genji did have some connection issue there. Probably why he was AFK behind the tower. Both teams about to hit level 4. Team Grow Up Gaming hit it just before. Genji getting caught out there, not able to burrow charge out, and does actually get picked off. That's a very good first blood there. We're going to see Envenom on the Kerrigan with Envenom Spines on the Zagara. It's quite a common choice. Normally you see Demolitionist, but instead we've got the health bonus regen on Creep for Zagara is tripled. Creep Tune is going to be cleaned up by Belroy. Any others will quite happily be cleaned up by the Falstad, who has rotated down. Don't know if we'll see the Tychus go up. I think we might see the Falstad go back up though. I'm going to Outlaw chasing Cynthia away, who does have 4 coins, as does Zabina. And they're looking to take the left side Doubloon Camp. Team Cake Carnage don't want to look like they don't want to give this up so easily. Cynthia shielding himself and healing himself, dropping very, very low. Just gets out of there, maybe with a multi-shot. No, okay. Zabina also dropping quite low. Eddie making his way out. Root going down. Schofield is caught off from the rest of his team, but he is very, very tanky. He should be able to get out of that. Healing ward again for the Malfurion. I'm going to go for the Smite build this time on the Tyrael of Eddie. Atwa just wandering around. Nobody's paid in yet. How the coin's going. Kerrigan's got 4. Uther's got 4 still. Zabina dropping low a little bit. There's no ammo on these towers. 4 heroes here pushing them. Outlaw's just going to take them very easily. So the Beetle's able to tank up a good number of shots. And while Zagara and Tychus are having a little bit of a brawl, Hunter Killer coming out. Going to chase Jack Tech off since that does a lot of damage. The wall and both towers have fallen here on the side of Team Cake Carnage. Grow Up Gaming, despite giving up that first blood, the only kill of the game so far, looking quite strong. Just going to sit here, dominate this middle thing. Zagara actually gets picked off bottom lane by rotation from the Falstad. Jack Tech able to pick that up right underneath the towers to the last coin. Just in time for the next chest to spawn. That's really good news for Team Cake Carnage. Meanwhile, we're going to have a fight for this bottom chest, or rather the top chest here. Eddie gets Primal Grasp, Impaling Blades, manages to jump out. Schofield stunning. Cynthia comes in with the heals. Looks like Grow Up Gaming going to be able to get this chest quite happily, while Belroy and the Falstad with 4 coins able to hand in. Zabina with 7 and Genji with 6 do look as though they're going to be able to get that full hand in, and with these towers dead, that means this fort is going to fall, and there is going to be a couple shots on these towers up top. Genji holding on to his 3. He's probably least likely to die, although he has been the only casualty of the game so far. Almost the only casualty of the game so far. No Conjurer's Pursuit for Cynthia, so he doesn't have to worry about that too much. Approaching level 10, level 7 times. We've got First Aid on the Tychus. You can now use First Aid and Stone Skin, as well as Bolt of the Storm, whilst in Odin form. Which means that whilst the Odin might not be a second health bar, it can be a quite tanky vehicle to be in. You can see bottom lane pushing out hard. This oh wow, good Primal Grasp and stun there on Belroy and Jack Tech. They're going to have to back off. This wall's going to go. The towers have got no ammo. They're just shooting nothing. Oh, most of the top wall has gone as well. Eddie comes in on the Tyrael. Jack Tech first aiding. Probably tapping the well as well. Oh, gets moored. Bring up those heroic talents. Gets moored and gets pulled in and killed. Eddie's going to have to get out of here, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to. No, we'll just... we see Locust Swarm plus more on the Anubarak Kerrigan. As predicted, Tranquility with Rain of Vengeance and Maelstrom. Everything you'd expect. Now Team Cake Carnage have also hit level 10. We're going to see Avatar on the Muradin. Not too much to stun out here since only Strafe could be stunned, but they'd already seen that the Vala had taken Rain of Vengeance. If they kept the keen eye, we're going to have Judgment by the Tyrael. Quite predictably, we've got Commander Odin. Pretty good, although the Tychus drill in undocumented patch notes is apparently doing about double the damage it used to. So that could have been a good choice here, especially for those engagements where you're trying to fight over defense of the chest. Just pop it up and make sure the enemies have to focus in, not your heroes. We're going to have Hinterland Blast again from the Falstaff. We didn't really see that much in the last game. And the Divine Storm on the Uther, who has already popped it, interestingly. But the Rain of Vengeance on the... that'll be why the Vala drops so low, having used Rain of Vengeance as well, I'd imagine. Locust Swarm back up now for Anubarak. Zabine dropping very low, drops to the Hinterland Blast. Oh, and the Judgment goes out. Both of them on full cooldown, only one of them needed. Schofield comes in. Roy getting caught in the end of that stun. Some creep getting cleared out. It look like we're going to have a big engagement here. Moore goes off, picks up Belroy. Genji jumps right in, Cynthia goes. All ultimates used other than Commander Odin, which has been popped for the Tychus on Team Cake Carnage. Although all very, very low, whilst every single person on Team Grow Up Gaming is basically full health. They're chasing down, able to pick up 2 kills, one on the Uther, one on that tanky Muradin, who did pop Avatar to maybe try and stay alive and get some more control in. In fact, I believe that was a 4v5 since the Kerrigan wasn't there. Can't remember seeing the Kerrigan, although Maelstrom was prop. So I'm probably just not remembering things very well. Atwa here, putting some pressure on the bottom fort. Last tower is gone from the top lane on Cake Carnage. Sorry. Second hand in here for Team Grow Up Gaming. This should clean up this, at least this top fort. 3 shots going up there, or just the 2 shots in fact. That'll be save a lot of ammo in order to take the rest of this fort with that 7 ammo remaining. Schofield looking to maybe catch out the Vala, but Outlaw has backed off. Sabina with 7 coins. Cake Carnage is just probably going to take their hard camp. Their bruisers. In fact, 3 of the shots go off into the wall in middle. Wow. Maybe looking to see Roaches get dropped here. Genji jumps in there. Goes right on to defend the spot. We see the Hinterland Blast come out. Not really doing much. Divine Storm almost blowing up the Zabina on that Kerrigan. Just managed to stay alive with the Maelstrom shields. And the fantastic Tranquility out by Azama. Locust Swarm. More. Rain of Vengeance. Everything popped by Team Grow Up Gaming. And Jack Tech barely makes it out of there alive. And with this, and with the both hard camps taken in the favour of Grow Up Gaming, they look just like they're going to push. And wow, Zabine jumps in with that Ravage, picks off the Tychus, that Nubrak stun plus the Outlaw multi-shot, doing wonders. Uther is back up. There's not particularly long death time. There's only about 25 seconds. There's a big creep wave going up here, and they look like they're heading straight for boss, going to keep on with this early advantage. Now we see level 16s come out for Grow Up Gaming. We're going to have 1 Blood for Blood on the Anubarak. And in fact, Vala only just picked up her Blood for Blood despite almost being level 17. We've got Blade Torrent and Pain Blade's radius is much larger, as well as them spawning 2 Zerglings. Zagara going for the Hunter Killer build, 2 charges of Hunter Killer, and increased single target damage for her Hunter Killers. And lastly, Harden focus on Malfurion. Coupled up with the Shrink Ray is actually pretty good. Enduring regrowth, so it heals more, lasts longer. Gonna have to defend up against this boss. Quite a few stuns and disables on the side of Grow Up Gaming, so good to see that Tychus has taken Relentless. Looks like it quite possibly and is in fact going to be another hand in the 3rd of the game, 3rd in a row for Team Grow Up Gaming. They're just going to go and take camps. Boss has been dealt with up here in top lane. Not too much damage done to the fort. However, with the wall already gone, I'd imagine this middle keep is going to go. They do take... Go Game do take Cake Carnage's Siege Giants. Hinterland Blast coming through, doing a lot of damage to Atwa. Outlaw not caught in that. Vala being able to get out of there. She's staying around for a bit longer. Grub Gaming coming from the backside. Maelstrom props after the Ravage goes in. Wow. A whole side of Cake Carnage just getting blown up. Genji picking up all the coins. Belroy not going to get out of there. Ravage will be back up in time. That's another full team wipe, or rather a full team wipe, since Tychus did manage to get out last time, for the side of Grub Gaming, who look like, on this quite snowbally map, they're going to take this best of 3. Which does mean that Team Cake Carnage will go down into the losers bracket. They're not out of the tournament just yet. They won their first sort of badly, but it was by default, as we did have a couple team withdrawals from the tournament during round 1. Chests have spawned. They've already taken 1 keep. The keep in middle did not actually fall down to half, but the wall and everything is gone in top lane as a result of that boss. So 1 hand in should secure 1, if not both of these keeps. Because the chests have spawned, that hand in should be easily obtainable. Those coins in, Sabina waiting in the shadows. Fantastic creep spread by the Zagara, giving vision all the time. They know they're here. They're looking for them. Eddie jumps in, disrupting the pay-in. Rain Avengers goes down. Wow, hits 3. Cynthia gets blown up before, just as Divine Storm pops, in fact. The Hinterland Blast only hitting on Genji, who's tanky enough to take it. Eddie goes in the background, as does the Muradin. Belroy getting chased down by the Nubarak. Dodges the stun barely, but isn't going to dodge that one and gets killed by the Locust Swarm. Zagara going to hand in her coins in the background, probably getting the full hand in. And that will most likely be game. Jack Tech getting caught out there by the Primal Grasp and then the Impaling Blades. And Jack Tech is gone for. There's going to be a lot of damage to the core here. In fact, they will probably just end it. The top keep will be taken by the Cannibals, by the Ghost Ship. And wow, fantastic play by Grow Up Gaming. They gave up the first 2 kills, and then after that it was just snowball. They stayed as 5 for the most part. All the stuns coming in from Zabina and Genji. Great to see. And yes, Grow Up Gaming take the series 2-0 against Team Cake Carnage. Very well played by them. Remember, if you like this video, or you have any suggestions, rather, if you have any suggestions, throw them down in the comments. If you like this video, hit the like button, and more tournament videos will be coming out soon, so hit that subscribe button to know when they are. Thanks for watching. I've been Axilla. This has been Heroes on Fire, and until next time.